Okay. Oh.
Welcome back, everybody. Hold on. We got time out. Dave's got a cell phone call.
I gotta. Okay, there you go. Turned it off. Okay. Sorry, Mom.
We're out in the garden here. We're talking about composting.
We are.
Something that, is it simple to do? I think maybe a lot of people could be intimidating trying to start a compost pile.
Would you mind holding that? I can't get that in my pocket right now. But what you want to do is you want to go out there and start composting out your garden. What we do, Scott, just go on the ground right there. We naturally compost out here in the garden. We just put down all our debris or debris or whatever you want to call it, and it actually, well, protects the soil, creates those interfaces that are so important to really create that microbiotic activity in the soil itself that helps fertilize the soil, prevents weeds, and of course, retains all that moisture. But one thing we do with that compost is we create a lot of compost tea. Now, there's a lot of ways to create compost
what'd you call
tea.
it?
Compost tea.
Tea.
And what you're doing is you're just taking an aerator or just a minnow aerator, just like this, and you can just put some compost in some small bags like this, women's stockings or any kind of bags like this. We leave this overnight, and what we do is we create that tea, just like you're looking at right here, and we spray it throughout the garden. Now, the reason we do this is we create a real nice, well, covering on all our plant material. This covering helps with those microorganisms that actually exist on the leaf surface that protect from any type of diseases or insects or anything like that.
So wait a second, you took regular compost and you put them in the bags to create this tea.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
And what you're doing is you just go out there and you just spray it with a hose and sprayer. Early in the morning, late in the evening, ideal situation. And this is one of the reasons that you want to go out and do it, folks, is because right now, your plants are just kind of waking up. And by them waking up right now, you're really creating a lot of resiliency. And you can see it. Well, Scott, just go throughout the garden there. You can see it in our garden. I mean, there is really nothing that we have a problem with out here in the garden. One reason is because of the fact we spray a lot of this compost tea. Another reason, well, we release a lot of beneficial insects. Now, one of them we release is ladybugs. And you see they're just coming alive right there. We go ahead and release them throughout the garden. But the problem with ladybugs is they don't like to hang around unless they got something sweet to eat. So I'll tell you what you want to do. Little garden guy secret. Just go out there and just put out a couple cans of Pepsi. You can actually spray it, and you can spray it throughout the garden, or you can just go ahead and just open that can up and they'll just go ahead and feed on that, and it will keep them around the garden itself. And it's the ideal situation for keeping away those non-beneficial type of insects, because we start seeing those non-beneficial also starting to wake up, especially with this warmer weather we've got right now. Now, some other things we'll go ahead and do. Let me see your hand there for a second. This is what we call green lacewing eggs. Now, it comes in a little bit of sawdust, but there's thousands of little eggs in there, and it's called green lacewings. Have you ever seen those little, well, green iridescent types of insects flying around and you threw out your garden? These guys are it. Now, they don't look like much, but these eggs are the ideal situation for going in and inoculating your garden with a, well, natural pest detractor. It just kind of, these guys grow and go through a complete metamorphosis and grow into little guys, and these little guys will consume aphids ravenously, and they're fantastic. You just go ahead and throw those right in the garden right
So good around roses then?
Oh, yeah, you can do them around the roses or anything else. Just throw it right out there. That's the perfect idea, right there, right? And then the other thing you want to do is go ahead and start thinking about some nematodes. Beneficial nematodes are the ideal situation for distributing throughout the garden. They are small, microscopic, non-segmented type worms. Get rid of, well, different types of creepy crawlies in your soil, like your ants, your different termites, or anything else, even some of your grubs. So we'll go ahead and we'll just put this in a small just flower bucket, just like this. We just put a little bit around there, and then we can just go ahead and inoculate our soil with it. And again, ideal, easy way, get rid of those non-beneficials in your garden, of course, without having to use any type of synthetic chemicals.
And you can find these at any nursery?
Yeah, arborco-organics.com. Just go to gardenguy.com. We'll tell you all the directions on how to do this. And again, it's a perfect situation for creating that organic biosphere right around your home. That's very safe for kids and pets.
Wonderful. Dave, thank you very much. We're not going to go away. We're actually going to come back here in a few minutes here and answer your questions, or at least Dave is, about gardening. But we'll be right back from Good Morning Arizona.